Hey everyone, it's Brandon over at Seamless. Thanks for tuning in today. I want to chat with you about landing your next big sales job and the best way to close that great opportunity for your new career. And just like you would prospect and sell to land new clients, you need to do the same with procuring your next career in sales. And what I mean by that is to land your next big sales gig, you need to go out there and you need to prospect the vice presidents and directors of sales. Me personally, I've landed every sales career by leveraging sales to go and prospect and find my new opportunities. And you need to do the same. When you're looking, let's just say you want to find a new job with a hot startup like Uber or Airbnb or whatever it may be. I mean, those are consumer based, but B2B companies, there's so many software technology agencies, you name it. And if you want to land a job selling for those individuals, you need to go out there and you need to prospect them. So what I recommend doing is building a target list of all your ideal customer persona accounts, all the ideal accounts in the industries that you're familiar in, and start building a target list of all the vice presidents, all directors, and all HR people at every one of those accounts. And then once you have that target list built, you're going to want to leverage a platform like Seamless or LinkedIn or whatever, you name it, to get their emails, to get their phone numbers, to get in for pitch intelligence about them, so then you can execute your outbound sales campaign. So just like you would launching any type of sales campaign to acquire new clients, you want to first define your ideal personas. And if you're in sales, it's the vice president of sales, chief revenue officer, director of sales, and HR. You build that list. Once you have that list, then you have to develop your outbound sales campaign. Over the course of 30 days, I'm going to do 7 emails, 5 calls, 3 social touches, and a breakup email at the end over the course of 30 days. So, day 1 is this, day 4 is this, day 7 is that, and you've got your entire outbound sales campaign planned. And then once you have that done, you need to write scripts for every one of those outbound sales touches. Every email you need to have a script for. Every call, have a script for. Every voicemail. Make sure that you're leaving different value propositions across each voicemail, across each email, across each social touch. And all of these messages, once you define your outbound campaign to sell yourself to these companies, to sell for them, you need to make sure your messaging focuses on what's in it for me. What is in it for me as the person that's about to hire you? What are you going to do for me that's better than any other sales candidate that my HR team is bringing to me, that recruiters are bringing to me, that my salespeople are referring? You have to stand out from the crowd. If you're 150% to quote, if you generate $10 million in revenue, if you can make 500 calls a day, send 250 personalized emails a day, you're a social selling machine expert, you name it. Make sure you focus on what's in it for the employer to want to take 5, 10, 15 seconds to talk to you. For Seamless, I want to know, if I'm looking at hiring sales development reps, I want to know how many calls, emails, social touches that they can execute in a day and how they can stay motivated over the long term, not the short term. I want to know that they are research and pitch intelligence machines. And by giving them the Seamless.ai platform, they can quickly personalize every touch across calling, email, and social selling, book appointments, lock it in, generate revenue opportunities. They know how to leverage Salesforce, you name it. And then, ultimately revenue. They know how to generate a ton of revenue. They've been proven to generate $1 million here, 10 million there, 20 million there, whatever it may be. Pipeline and revenue results, that's all I care about. How do we help over 1 million people maximize their sales? How does Seamless generate as much pipeline as possible? And how do we close as many sales opportunities as possible? And what are you going to do to make that happen day 1 when you get hired? So we're not spending 30 days, 60 days, 90 days on ramping you up. So we're not spending 60 days on training you how to sell. I want proven people that know how to sell, that know how to execute, that know how to generate revenue, that know how to generate pipeline. So, if you're looking on the job market for a new sales gig, now is the time. Q4, VPs of sales, chief revenue officers, organizations are looking to budget for the new year. They're looking to hire game changers, revenue generators on their team. So if you want to find your ideal employer and you want to land your next biggest job that would change your life for the better for you and your family, you need to go out there and you need to start hunting. Sign up for a platform like Seamless, get contact information and pitch intelligence for anyone in the world, build a list of VPs, chief revenue officers, directors, HR people. Once you have that list, build your sales campaign, write sales scripts for every sales touch, emails, calls, social touches, voicemails. Execute, and by the way, get all this stuff in a CRM, because the only way that you're going to be able to track it is to get it into Salesforce or HubSpot. HubSpot's for free. I'm more a fan of Salesforce. We're a partner, and I've been a fan of Salesforce with multiple licenses, professional and personal, for 10 years now. So I'd recommend signing up for the group edition of Salesforce. You'll be able to import all of your contacts directly from a platform like Seamless or LinkedIn into there. You can execute your campaigns, lock down a ton of interviews, and then when you get to the interview stage, again, practice your pitch, practice sales objections. When can you start? Why did you leave your other job? Why are you looking for a new job? What can you do for me? What experience do you have with Salesforce, with prospecting, with emailing, with calling, with social selling, with the CRM, with data aggregation, you name it, with appointment setting, with closing over the phone, with sales objections, all of that jazz. Prep for the interview, lock it in, land your job. And that's my post for today. I just wanted to share strategies to go out and land your next biggest sales job. You have to go hunt for the job. Nothing is going to come to you. If you go on the website and you send in your resume and you post, oh my gosh, here's my application. Do you know how many that's just average thinking. Everyone's sending in an application. Every job I personally ever landed was not from filling out a job form on some website. And another reason why you want to go hunt these VPs and chief revenue officers and directors of sales, because there may not be a job posting for that job, but once they meet you and they realize you're a revenue game changer, rainmaker, closer, quota crusher, they're going to create the job, create the budget to bring you in. I've hired 5 salespeople on my team, sales development reps, directors, who came to me, showed value, showed that they could crush it. We weren't looking, and we created the budget to bring them into Seamless because I knew that it would move the business forward. I knew that it would expand our client's business. I knew that it would expand Seamless's business, and that would allow us to take care of our employees, our clients, and our community. So again, thanks for tuning in. Go hunt your next big sales gig. I'd love to hear in the comment section below strategies that you've leveraged to go out there and whale hunt those sales opportunities and close that next big sales career. It's Brandon over at Seamless. Feel free to follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. We connect with anyone, any request you send us. We'd be happy to accept and figure out what we can do to help make this next year your biggest and best yet.